and welcome to Practice Makes Pros. It's week 2 of our month discussing planning, and the topic for this week is research. Now, to me, research is probably the most important thing that you will do while planning a novel, because to me, there are two big things that research can do for you. The first thing is that it will make sure you have all of your facts right, and especially when you're writing something that's maybe historical or takes place in a setting you're not familiar with, just things of that nature. It's a kind of a big deal to get your facts right, because other people will notice if you put something wrong in there. And the second reason research is kind of a big thing is that the more information you know about the topics in your novel, kind of gives you more of something to work with when you get stuck. So, with those two things said, I want to talk about the different types of research that you can do for a novel. The one that kind of comes to mind immediately, I think, when anyone thinks about research, is going to the library and getting huge stacks of books. Is one way to do research. It can be through nonfiction books or through fiction books, as Allie mentioned in her video on Wednesday. By reading fiction books that are similar to the novel that you're going to be writing, you are exposed to different ways of creating those types of worlds and those different types of writing styles and things of that nature. And then through nonfiction books, you are of course exposed to the factual information of topics that are going to be addressed in your novel. Now, the second form of research is internet research. Of course, we're all familiar with this one. Third form of research is going out and getting that experience for yourself. Rather, that means interviewing someone, attending something that has to do with your novel. Like, I have a book that's about a girl that's in band, and so I went to a band camp this past summer, and I've been to several sort of band things to kind of observe that sort of stuff. Going out and having first-hand experiences can also apply to things, as Allie mentioned again, that you do every day in life, and just paying more attention to those things, because maybe you'll pick up on a detail that you've never noticed before that is going to have an effect in your novel. Now, I've mentioned why research is important and the three types of research. The next thing I want to talk about, when I'm researching a novel, there are two different stages that kind of stand out to me. The first stage is the one initially during planning, and that's when I do the biggest bit of research. That will be any sort of first-hand experiences, any sort of library research, and any internet searches that will be considered extensive. And then the second stage of research is actually something that I do while I'm writing the novel. And I know this sounds kind of weird, because most people want to get their research out of the way before they start writing. But I like to leave smaller things that I might want to look at right before I write that part, or just things that come up in the novel that I was not expecting. And so those are things that I'll do research on while I'm writing the novel. Usually those require internet searches, so it's not a big deal, just open Google while I'm writing and look it up really quickly. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is when is research too much and when is it not enough. Now, for me, not enough research means that you are kind of unsure about any topics in your novel, so that there's a lot of doubt there about the world that you may be creating, and that probably means that you need to do a little bit more research. Is there too much research? To me, there's not really a time when there's too much research. Maybe that's just because I'm a type of person that really loves research and likes knowing all those random things, and so research is definitely something, the more I do of it, the more helpful it is for me. I know Allie mentioned that sometimes too much research can make you feel restricted. To me, though, the more research I do, the more it gives me to go with when I feel like I'm getting stuck in the novel and I can fall back on that research and be like, and sort of use that to develop and go a different direction. So to me, there's no such thing as too much research, but that just kind of varies from person to person, as well as when is there not enough research. So that's all I have to say on the topic of research. I would love to hear your opinion, so let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to check out Joe's video on Monday. And then again on Wednesday, we'll be back with a new topic in our month of planning. Bye everyone, and don't forget that practice makes perfect.